We had an opportunity last week to talk to 6 offensive assistants, 6 defensive assistants, and 2 coordinators, and as well as Dave Phipp. I believe it was 14 overall coaches you had an opportunity to hear from in regards to the draft picks, players on the roster. I focused on why the defense trusted Marcus Davenport. Also asked about Jared Goff, what the team felt about the veteran quarterback that's now entering his prime. I think the big news that I think a lot of people definitely gravitated toward was the offensive staff raving, John Morton raving about Jameson Williams. I think that was one of the biggest takeaways. Was many people say, okay, he's coming in. Jameson is coming in, asking good questions, and he's poised for a breakout year. That was the biggest thing that I took away from the assistant coaches and what was said. Definitely got a sense of why the defense trusts Marcus Davenport. They really believe that he's a player that fits what the team is looking to do from that spot. And they openly said, we think that his biggest obstacle is staying healthy. And they're trying to put in measures and things done so that he can stay healthy for the year. So listening to the coaches acknowledge openly that, yeah, he does have to stay healthy and be available. And that was one of the first things new defensive line coach Casey Rogers talked to Marcus Davenport about. I thought that was very valuable and insightful and things that we heard from the talks over those 2 days and those 2 weeks. What did you learn from the assistant coaches? What stuck out to you?
The first thing that stood out to me was Tashard Choice's energy. I loved the energy he brought. A lot of different people have made the comparison. Is it going to be Deuce Staley versus Aaron Glenn 2.0 with him and Kelvin Shepard? They're just going to be going at it because both as former players, they have that energy, right? But more than that, it was really interesting to hear him kind of explain his coaching journey and the importance of relationships. And when you're inheriting a running back room that is as good as the Lions running back room is, he's going to have to meet that standard. And it sounds like he's got a very good plan in place. And so I'm excited to see how Jahmyr Gibbs, who played for him for a little bit at Georgia Tech, and David Montgomery and Sione Vaki and Craig Reynolds, how they develop under his leadership in year one. And I think that'll be a fun storyline to follow throughout training camp as well. I think on the defensive side of the ball, the coach that I really enjoyed listening to was Jim O'Neill, the safeties coach, because he provided some very unique analysis on the fact that, okay, we've got Kirby and we've got Brian Branch, and it sounds like Avonte Maddox might be first in line for that backup safety role. But is a core group of young guys like Lawrence Strickland and Morris Norris and Dan Jackson and Ian Kennelly and guys of that nature who are all competing for one, maybe 2 spots at the safety position. So he was very upfront about the competition that's going to happen at that position when training camp rolls around. So, man, that's going to be exciting as well. A lot of good, interesting tidbits. Hank Fraley talking about Gio Manu and other guys. And it was just so much fun to kind of get back into the swing of things. Again, listening to these different coaches give us updates on where they're at ahead of OTAs and training camp.